It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy.
It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy.
Shalom, 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 shalom.
Eitz Chaim
Machazikim v'tomeha me'usha. Eitz Chaim machazikim v'tomeha me'usha. Shalom, shalom,
Shalom, shalom, shalom, shalom,
shalom, shalom. Boker Tov, everybody, welcome. We're so glad that you are here. Let me tell you what's going to be happening. We are doing what's called Geniza. And that is going to be, as you're going to hear, our prayer books. Unfortunately, our prayer books of Chumashim were destroyed by our fire. And so they have a strong scent of the smoke. And we're going to be burying them. Now, a whole bunch of them have already been buried up at Hillside up in Los Angeles. So we're going to, however, be burying a whole bunch here where our chapel is going to be. Now, I'm going to ask a huge favor because this is something very unique, something that you may never see again, especially because it's happening here. So I'm going to ask if you have your camera, your cell phone, things like that, whatever perspective you're at, take pictures. And then we're going to share those pictures together, and I will put up a link where we're going to put them on Flickr and so forth. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that we're going to share together. So I highly encourage you, take out those cell phones, take pictures throughout. We are a people of the book. Today, we demonstrate our respect and our love of holy books. Last year, a terrible fire destroyed our synagogue. The building, its furniture, all that was in it was destroyed. But worst of all of our prayer books, our Chumashim, our Torah books, and even 2 Torah scrolls were destroyed by the fire. We could not simply throw our books into the garbage because they are holy. God's names are in prayer books, and God's names, Shmot, cannot be simply tossed into the trash. Today, we gather here to bury our books, to say goodbye to these old friends and carry the memory of how many of us held them in our hands and arms as we shared many Shabbat and holiday services.
Our reverence for the book and the art of writing is rooted deeply within our past. The Talmudic sages listed 10 miraculous items which were created on the eve of that first Shabbat of creation. Among them were writing and the instruments of writing. The test of a people may well be how it treats its books. We have been taught to kiss our holy books, to save them from fires, to ransom them from captivity. We bury them when they are old and worn. We treat them with the reverence and care we show to beloved friends and relatives. In the words of David Ben-Gurion, for thousands of years we safeguarded the book and it has kept us safe.
Our books and our people have always triumphed over evil. It is to a book, the book, that we owe our own survival. But one book, above all others, became the most precious to the Jews, This book was used daily in times of joy and sorrow. This book was familiar to all Jews, from the greatest scholar to the least educated. This book was the Siddur, the prayer book. And within that prayer book, we have the words of our faith of Shema and V'ahavta, which you have on your sheets there. Join with us in singing Shema and You Shall Love.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Le'olam Va'ed. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them as a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Rabbi Yehuda ben Tibon in 1190 CE said, "My son, may your books be your companions. Let your bookcases and shelves be your pleasure grounds and gardens. Bask in their paradise, gather their fruit, pluck their roses, take their spices and their mirth. If your soul be satisfied and weary, change from garden to garden to garden, from furrow to furrow, from landscape to landscape. Then will your desire renew itself and your soul be filled with delight."
We feel this love for books too. And so let us now be ready to prepare cherished books for burial in our Geniza. to put them into special, hallowed ground where the foundation of the next part of our spiritual journey will emerge. From the earth where we will place our prayer books, we plant the seeds for our future. Generations have come before us understanding the responsibility that they are to build not only for themselves, but also generations to come. Those who came before us planted the seeds for our congregation, and we truly understand what this meant for them. They gave of their whole selves so that there would be a future for our children, for their children, for their grandchildren, for their great-grandchildren. Today, we stand on this ground and go to this special place. Not only will it be a sacred space that will be for all of us gathered here today, but it is going to be a sacred space for generations to come. We accept the awesome responsibility for ensuring that there is a future home for the Jewish people, not only here in Santa Ana and Orange County, but for the entire Jewish community. For if we don't build it, if we don't sustain it, then we will be like dry earth that is carried away by the winds and scattered to the four corners of the earth, never to breathe or live again. By lovingly placing into the hallowed earth the prayer books of our past, our sacred texts that are a link from where we came, our future will emerge. And together, we're going to plant these seeds. Each of us, especially our children, they are planters. We are all gardeners. We are the protectors of our Jewish selves. Each of you have accepted this great honor just by your actions of being here and sharing in this moment. Because our books have been a source of wisdom, joy, and strength, we say these words that we recite after finishing reading a book of Torah or after we finish Torah. Repeat after me. Chazak. Chazak. Vanit chazek. Be strong. Be strong. And together we will strengthen each other. We're only 2 days away from Hanukkah, the holiday in which we celebrate the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem. There were those who tried to destroy our sacred space, yet from the smoke and the ashes, the Jewish people prevailed. A small and mighty group, the Maccabees, never allowed the vision of the Jewish people to be destroyed. They rededicated the temple so that we as a people would prosper and have a future. Today, we are the Maccabees, and we rededicate this space for us, for our children and our grandchildren and generations to come. As we turn back on our song sheets there, La Yehudim Hayta Ora. These beautiful words that the Jewish people are a Jewish light, a light into the nations, and will be always sustained.
La Yehudim Hayta Ora, Hayta Ora, V'simcha v'sason v'ikar. La Yehudim Hayta Ora, Hayta Ora, V'simcha v'sason v'ikar.
The time has come for us to plant the seeds that are going to become where our chapel, our Horowitz family chapel, will soon come out of the earth. So I'm going to need all of your help. We have books over here to my left, your right. I need you to come over, and in just a moment, I'm going to give you all the directions. And when I say Zaznu, then we move. That's the secret word, Zaznu. We're going to come and gather some of these prayer books, and you're going to look at them, and you're going to say, hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with these prayer books? They look fine. But if you smell some of them, you're going to smell the smoke. These books were behind our bima and also throughout our sanctuary, and they became smoke-filled, and we can't use them anymore. So we're going to take these prayer books. We're going to walk through the door over there. We're going to walk on the sidewalk here along Tustin, and there's a gate right here where our Horowitz Family Chapel is going to be built. We're going to take a single file line, we're going to come up, and we're going to take our books, and we're going to place them directly into the earth, and that's where we're going to plant them for our new chapel. So I need everybody's help, but first, if there are students here who your parents are not here, I need you to come up to the front of the stage when I say Zaznu, and you're going to go with either Madruchim or your teachers to help do that, and so Madruchim and teachers, you'll come help and do that as well. And then we're going to come back. Now, after you finish planting your book, Yoni has seeds, because I want you to go home and plant seeds as well. And so there's going to be a seed packet one for every family. Take those home, plant them. Those of you who will be around there, we've got shovels. We got very, very colorful shovels because we're planting. This is joyous. So, you ready for that word? You ready to help plant these prayer books and to treat them with the honor and dignity that they deserve? Then Zaznu, please come and join us. Okay, you ready, guys? Here, grab some earth right there. Let's go.